Alright guys, so today we'll be doing a film study on Sugar Ray Robinson. Take a look at some of the techniques that he does in the ring, and let's get started with this one. So to start off, we'll be looking at the jab and how he rarely uses the jab to move forward. Okay, we know that Sugar Ray Robinson is one of the best boxers out there, outboxers, so most of the time he's moving side to side, or most of the time he's moving back, and most of the time he uses the jab to actually create angles and just move to the side, moving to the left at the same time. So we'll look at that here. Here he'll throw some jabs while moving to the left side. He rarely uses the jab to move forward and apply pressure. And so what you'll see here is he'll move back a little bit and then he'll move to the left side. There he does that again. There he throws some jabs again while moving to the left side. Because the thing is, with Sugar Ray Robinson, he honestly just uses the jab to manage the distance. He doesn't really use it to cause any damage to his opponent. He uses it mainly to move to the side and maintain the distance. Here he'll do that one more time. Again, moving to the left side while moving back or moving to the left side, moving side to side. That's how he uses the jab, just to manage the distance well and keep his opponent at bay. And the same thing happens here. I rarely see Sugar Ray Robinson moving to the right side, and maybe that's because he's just more comfortable going to the left side. I remember the first years of my training, I was also like that because I used to watch Miguel Cotto, because I used to watch Miguel Cotto, and Cotto always moved to the left side while he's throwing punches. So, you know, maybe it's just something that you get used to over time. Now I will talk about the off-angle left hook. And basically, when you're throwing the left hook, most of the time your head will be on the left side. This will allow you to load up and have a lot of power on that punch. But for Sugar Ray, what he does most of the time is he slips over to the right side and then he throws a hook. So that's why I call it off angle, because it's not really in an angle to throw the left hook, but he does it anyway. So here you'll see him slip to the left side, and then as you can tell, when you slip, or he's actually slipped to the right side I should say, and when you slip to the right side, most of the time coaches will tell you to counter with the right hand, because that will allow you to load up, and the momentum of you going to the left or to the right side, slipping to the right side, will improve the power on your right hand. But here you'll see Sugar Ray slipping to the right side, and instead of countering with the right hand, he will counter it with a left hook. So he's not at an angle for a left hook, but he does it anyway because it's unpredictable. Okay, so even though you cannot put as much power in that punch, it's unpredictable. When you slip to the right like this, your opponent will most likely expect a right hand, but here he throws a left hook, then he throws another one right there. See that one more time just so that you can watch it again. There he slips to the right. He's not at an angle for a left hook, and for most people that position is kind of awkward to throw the left hook, but he was able to pull it off. Just shows you how great he is. And here he does it again. He slips to the right, and most of the time when you slip to the right, your opponent will most likely expect a right hand, okay? Because it allows you to load up that shot. But here, what he does is he slips over to the right, and then he throws the left hook to the body, and then he pins the arm of Jake LaMotta right there. And we'll see that one more time here. Again, he will slip to the right side, and the angle of your body when you slip to the right side, most of the time it's ideal to throw a right hand, because that momentum of you slipping to the right side will allow you to put more power in the right hand. But the advantage of using a left hook as opposed to a right hand is, like I said, when you slip like this, your opponent doesn't really expect a left hook to come. They're expecting that right hand to come. But here he throws a left hook, and that's one advantage of it. It's unpredictable, it's quick. Yes, it's awkward for most people, and most people won't be able to land this punch as much as Sugar Ray did, but you can implement it in your arsenal as well. You can also do a inside slip and then a right hand just to kind of make your punches more unpredictable. After that, we will look now at the stepping feints. Okay, basically this is when Sugar Ray uses his feet to fake his entry and to force his opponent to react and just stop them from their tracks. So here Sugar Ray will take a couple of steps forward while moving to the left, and that forces LaMotta to counter, and that enabled Sugar Ray Robinson to move to the left. So as you can tell here, he doesn't just move forward straight in, he also moved to the left, and he uses that feint to make that movement easier for him. You'll see him use his feet once again here. He'll take a couple of steps in while moving to the side, and then after a couple of feints he will finally throw a jab. Okay, so this is good if you're trying to be unpredictable with your attacks, if you're trying to stop your opponent from getting in, or if you just want to freeze your opponent for a second, make them think. He'll use his feet once again on this instance. He does a couple of fakes there with his feet, and then he finally throws a jab at the last second, and then he throws a 1-2, you know. And this is a highly underrated thing for most people nowadays because they don't really step in when they're throwing their jabs. Most of the time they're just using their arms and they're just snapping it in. And so this is something that we can bring back. If you can see Lomachenko do this a lot, Pacquiao do this a lot, it's good that you can fake a lot with your feet, not just with your hands, because faking with your feet is really an unpredictable thing. Your opponent can't figure it out. Your opponent can figure it out with your hands because they can see it, but when you fake with your feet, it's a lot harder. So now we will look at some of the left hooks that Sugar Ray throws and how he throws it very short and very tight, as opposed to nowadays where most fighters just throw their left hooks from a long range and they're kind of throwing a haymaker almost. And here Sugar Ray Robinson will demonstrate it perfectly. He leaps in, and watch how short this left hook is. Okay, this is fundamental left hook right here. Back in the day, most fighters were not taught to throw the left hook like a haymaker or a swing, and so you see his elbows and his arms are almost at a 45-degree angle right there. I'm not good at mathematics, but I'm pretty sure that's a 45-degree angle. His arms are bent. Okay, look how short that hook is, and what that enables you to do is it produces more power. You know, the shorter the hook is, the more power it has, and the longer it is, the more you will have to rely on other parts of your body. But the shorter it is, most likely it will be more powerful. And so again, this is something that is highly overlooked nowadays because most fighters throw their left hooks from a long range, and it's almost like a left hook slash swing slash haymaker already. It's not really a left hook anymore that's super tight and super short like Sugar Ray Robinson did here. Same thing you'll see the same thing here. Again, watch how short that left hook is, man. It's very short, very tight, and this is just fundamental boxing right here. You'll rarely see Sugar Ray Robinson settle for a haymaker or a swing with the left hook. It's very tight, it's very short, his arms are bent, and so that enables him to produce more power when he throws those left hooks. He'll do that one more time here. His opponent comes in, he throws the left hook. I'll pause it so you can see how short that is. There it is. Watch how short that left hook is. His arms are bent. His arms are in a 45-degree angle, and that produces more power in his left hooks. And then he kind of moves away after that. All right. We have two more that we'll discuss, and we will now look at the arm control, how he controls the arm of his opponents whenever he throws his attacks, so that his opponent cannot counter back after he throws his combination. So here, Sugar Ray or Jake LaMotta will start to attack, and then you'll see Sugar Ray Robinson start to pin the right hand of Jake LaMotta. Now what does that do? When you pin at least one arm of your opponent, that makes them less, or that takes away one of their weapons, which is their right hand. And so in this situation, Sugar Ray Robinson allows Jake LaMotta to smash him with the left arm, or with the left punches, but he pins the right arm of his Jake LaMotta. Watch what he does with that right arm right there. He pins that right arm, taking away the right hand of Jake LaMotta, and so all Jake LaMotta can use now is that left hand, okay? And here he will throw an uppercut, and then right after he throws this uppercut, he will pin the right hand of Jake LaMotta right there. You see that? He will pin that, and he will avoid Jake LaMotta from engaging on the inside and attacking back after he got hit, okay? Jake LaMotta is known as the Bull. He's a very tough fighter, very offensive. He just keeps coming forward, and so by doing this, Sugar Ray Robinson is able to succeed with his attacks without getting countered back, because there he controls the arm of Jake LaMotta. Jake LaMotta was never able to throw back, and so you see what that does, okay? Here he will throw a left hook and a right hand, and then after that, watch his arm again. He will pin the right hand of Jake LaMotta, and I think he also pinned the left hand. Based on this camera angle, it's kind of awkward, but I think he also did it. He also pinned the left arm of Jake LaMotta, disabling Jake LaMotta to counter back and engage on the inside. And then there, the ref pushes them away, and then they reset. Last one here. Hopefully you guys are not bored yet. We will look at how he leans in to bait an attack from his opponent. And so what tends to happen with most fighters is they are really good when attacking on the outside, but then when it's time to attack on the inside, it's really tough for them to throw those punches. And so what Sugar Ray Robinson does is, after he throws his punches, he actually leans in his upper body closer to the opponent, so that the opponent cannot throw any long-range damaging punches like a right hand or a left hook or anything. And so we'll see what he does it, how he does it here, okay? Here he will throw a jab, and then he will lean in, okay, to first of all bait an attack. In this case, Jake LaMotta did not attack him, but nonetheless, Jake LaMotta was stuck here, okay? Because after Sugar Ray Robinson did this, Jake LaMotta will never be able to throw long-range punches. Same goes for Sugar Ray Robinson. But Sugar Ray Robinson is not really trying to engage on the inside. And so what he's basically trying to do here is trying to bait an attack. And at the same time, he's trying to rest, okay? He's trying to take some seconds off the clock. And we look at another instance where he used it. Here he'll throw a jab again, and then he'll lean in right there, baiting an attack from Jake LaMotta and taking away the long-range punches. Now, is this dangerous? Yes, because look at his head. His head is looking down. His vision is not able to see upwards, and so this is quite dangerous. But Sugar Ray Robinson was able to pull this off. Personally, I wouldn't recommend this for myself. And then there he does it one more time. So he did it twice in this instance. He throws a jab. He leans forward. Okay, he bends down, avoiding a left hook to the head, avoiding long-range punches, avoiding the right hand. And then there, LaMotta tries to throw a left hook. Robinson just took some steps, or just took a step back, and he was able to dodge that. And here's the last one. He will throw a jab one more time here, then he will bend down, as opposed, or unlike Mayweather, who bends down on the side. What you'll notice with Sugar Ray Robinson is he bends down in front. So right there you can see he actually bends down in front, as opposed to Mayweather, who bends down to the side. And so both of them are very beneficial for two reasons. Number one, they avoid a lot of shots to the head, and number two, they avoid long-range punches. Number three, they avoid body shots for the most part, and it's just a good way to kind of rest and freeze your opponent, avoid them from attacking you, avoiding a couple of attacks or a couple of punches that they may throw when you're standing right up. And so here he just bends down, and then LaMotta resets. LaMotta throws some punches, and that's it right there.